Pine and the Winter Sparrow, retold by Alexis York Lambert. Each morning, Sparrow greeted the Creator with a joyful song. He did so even on the day he injured his wing. "But winter is coming," said his family, "and you can hardly fly." "Don't you worry," he chirped. "I'll find a way to carry on." Autumn had come to an end. Sparrow watched as his family flew south without him. "Until spring, my loves. Farewell." In the passing days, the wintry winds blew fiercer and fiercer. Poor Sparrow shivered and shook, but not Oak. Oak stood tall and still. "Excuse me," said Sparrow. "Would you kindly shelter me? I wish to heal my wing and greet my family come spring." Oak huffed and puffed. Then he huffed and puffed some more. Finally he grumbled, "Go away, little fellow. Go bother someone else." Sparrow skipped to Maple. Her leaves shimmered in the sun like a golden shield. "Good day, Maple. Tweet, tweet. Might you lend me this one branch from now till winter ends?" Maple scoffed. "Spend all winter long with you? I think not." And she twisted her trunk the other way. Next, Sparrow hopped towards Elm. "Tweet, tweet, tweet." But Elm quickly thundered, "Not now. Not ever, never." Deeper into the forest Sparrow went. He soon came to a row of aspen. "Tweet, tweet, sniffle." Yet they all pointed, "Go away." And away he went, cradling his wounded wing. Sparrow hobbled on, until he hobbled to the very edge of the forest. A flurry of snow drifted from above. Thoughts of Sparrow's faraway family tugged at his tiny heart. With a deep song of sorrow, Sparrow wept. "What's the matter, little bird?" asked a quiet voice. Sparrow looked up. Sniffle, sniffle, sigh. Pine smiled down. Feeling safe, Sparrow told Pine all his worries. "Well," said Pine, "if you don't mind my sticky branches and my needle-sharp leaves, then all that I am and all that I have is yours." Before Sparrow could reply, Pine scooped him up and placed him high on a branch. Spring returned to the forest, and with its return came Sparrow's family. "Your wing," they cheered. "It's all better." "Yes," said Sparrow, "all thanks to Pine. He is my very best friend." Pine beamed. Soon after, the Creator called a council. "Trees of the forest," he spoke. "Those of you who have so much shared nothing, but the one who had so little shared everything. Pine, your gift to Sparrow was a gift to me, so you alone will remain green against the snow, evergreen evermore." And that, say the old storytellers, is why all the trees lose their leaves each winter, all except Pine. And with that said, I'd like to take a minute to read the author's note. "Some of my fondest childhood memories are of playing in the forests of Northern Virginia. I would spend hours collecting twigs and exploring our creek. These days, I often find myself returning to the forest in the stories I read and write. When I stumbled upon the fable Why the Trees Lose Their Leaves in an old collection of Native American stories, I knew it was a gem Since it was attributed to the Cherokee, I contacted the nation through their official government website to discover more. I then heard back from their community and school specialist, Robert Lewis. Robert is also a talented storyteller who studied with the late Hastings Shade. He was familiar with a different version of why the trees lose their leaves and said that the version I read may or may not be Cherokee. In our conversations, Robert recalled that the tribes in the Southeast all had somewhat similar tales, and that these tales were often passed from one tribe to another. It might be that among some of the old-time storytellers, questions of authorship and origin were less significant when compared with the story itself. Stories have a way of caring for us, much like the forest. Maybe this is the reason people shared stories with those who had need of them. I, for one, need stories. Perhaps you do too. I hope you enjoy Pine and the Winter Sparrow, a story inspired by the above tale and the quiet strolls I enjoy through the forest, with my thanks to all native storytellers past and present, especially to Robert Lewis, Alexis York Lombard.